Hey everybody, it is Tuesday and it's 2 o'clock, so that means it is time for Top 5 Tuesday. I am your host, Kate Dillon from CrateInsider.com, and today, now if you're new to Top 5 Tuesday, we're going to do a giveaway. We do giveaways every single week, and this week we have a fantastic giveaway from our friends over at KRC. So big thank you to KRC and Cody over there. And so what we're giving away this week is our hat from KRC. Great style here. I want it to be brand new for whoever gets it, so I'm not going to put it on my head. But so a KRC hat, and with this, I thought, hey, this is a good opportunity to talk a little bit about KRC's products. And probably our best seller from KRC, let me show it to you, is their front and drive kit. And I really love, look at their packaging right here. And this packaging, it's all branded. It makes me a little jealous because I want boxes that are nice like this. Anyway, so I open this up, and we've got got some nice packing material, and this is the whole front drive kit. So you have the pulley, you have a belt, you have the I've got to show you this because this is their new design here, and see how they've got the extra cutouts. The whole idea of the extra cutouts on there is to save weight, so that it's definitely lighter weight. I mean, this weighs like nothing. And of course it's got packaging on it. But anyway, really nice package. The, whoops, I got a phone ringing here. Sorry about that, guys. You never know what's gonna happen on a live video. Anyway, so the KRC front drive kit, this is the one that's called the 6-rib system, and you'll find it on our website, and wherever you're seeing this, we'll have a link to all of the products we talk about today. But that whole kit runs $203.67, and that's with the pulleys, the belt, spare belt, the whole gig, and that is from our friends at KRC. So if you want to win this, all you need to do is leave a comment. You can say hi. You can leave an emoticon, you can leave a question, whatever you want, and that way at the end of this video we'll see how many comments we have and bring up random number generator. And sorry, I got something in my face. There we go. Bring up random number generator, and we'll pick a random number, and with the random number it'll just match up to that number of comments. So if it's the 5th comment down and we pick 5, then so be it. So that would be our giveaway for today. And I got the other phone ringing. I apologize. I'm turning phones off now. I swear to God. Sorry about that, guys. It's just, it's been a crazy day. Let me tell you, I actually had a little bit of a crazy day today. So I have a kitty, and his name is Boo Boo. And Boo Boo comes, he can go outside, and he comes back in the house. And so he goes in and out. And at some point, he is like, he's making some crazy cat noise, right? I mean, it's not just a normal meow. It is like crazy. I'm like, oh man, I mean, is he getting into an altercation or what's going on? And I look around the corner, and he's got this mouse in his mouth. So I had to figure out, oh my God, my cat's out there killing things. And so, it's been a little bit of a crazy morning. So it's, yeah, and I was changing the sign at 1:59 today. So sorry if I kind of ran out of ideas. I don't know if you think that's funny or not, but it does remind me we do have a second giveaway, and I'm going to tell you what that prize is in just a moment. But if you remember what my sign said last week, then you can drop that into comments, and I'll tell you about what that other giveaway is. I want to talk about one new product we've added this week, and we worked with ProFab. You may have seen where we've worked with ProFab headers. And they came out with a stainless steel set of headers back in October, just right before the Short Track World Championships. Well, at that time, we had tried out the anti-reversion mufflers with them, and it just didn't do much of anything. And so they wanted to experiment further. They did some more experimentation in this last month, and now we have a set. We just added it to the website, which would be the ProFab headers along with the anti-reversion mufflers. Now, these anti-reversion mufflers were designed by Hendron Racing Engines, and they're produced by Dynatech, so it's kind of a combination of the both. These mufflers do not come in stainless steel at this point, so it is a mild steel muffler with the stainless steel headers, but we've put it together as a package, and now you're able to buy that on our website. So that's a nice improvement, and it's always great to work with the guys at ProFab. Love working with them over there. All right, so some of the updates this week. If you didn't catch it, last week we published the recommendations for the 604 recommendations from Hendron Racing Engines. Now, most of those are going to be more geared towards dirt late models, but I do try to make sure that I put in a little bit in there talking about the modifieds, because I know I have many modified customers who watch these. And so if you would like to also download, you can watch the video, But sometimes I know for me, I'm a pen and paper kind of person. So I like to have something in my hand to read. And of course, I didn't read the entire, recommendations because nobody wants to see that, because at the end, it even has like torque specs and that kind of thing. And I don't think you want to see me, the torque for the blah, blah, blah. I mean, boring. So anyway, you can download that whole sheet. We'll have a link. And what you'll do is you'll add your name and your email address. And then on the next page, you'll be able to see it, or you'll get a link in your inbox and your email, and you'll be able to click right on over and be able to download it and print it out, kind of do whatever you want there. So 604 recommendations. And then yesterday, we were also back at the shop at Hendron Racing Engines. And, a big question a lot of people ask about chassis dyno. If you've never been on a chassis dyno and you're not even sure what the process is like, or what can you gain from it, or why should you even do it. So we have a video where I'm telling you, talking about the chassis dyno and like just walking you through the whole process. I mean, showing, great thanks to Benji Hicks and Tony Hicks for letting us use their car as the poster child there for that video. And anyway, you can check that out, and wherever you're seeing this, again, there'll be a link to those items. But with that, let me tell you what we're going to give away for the sign giveaway. And that is going to be one of our shirts from Hendron Racing Engines. We do sell these on the website. And so that means that I'm going to have pretty much all the sizes. So small through 4X. And in order to have a chance of winning one of the Hendron Racing Engines shirts, just make sure you know what my sign said last week and just leave that in the comments, and we'll get that figured out at the end. Well, with that, before we jump into the actual top 5, and by the way, the top 5 this week, instead of doing it just for the week, I am going to do it for the whole month. And as many of you have seen, is there are certain products that once they've hit Top 5 Tuesday enough times and we're bored, I mean, it's not that we're bored with seeing them. We just want to see something new, right? So I kind of make them so that they're not on Top 5 Tuesday. They kind of get like, I don't know, banned isn't the right word, but they don't qualify. They don't get to be on Top 5 Tuesday. But once a month, I will bring back the most popular products. You're just not going to see them on a weekly basis. And apparently, I don't know if you guys can hear the crazy plane flying overhead. I love it when there's like crazy weird noises during my videos. Anyway, so let's see here. We got some questions. Yeah, I guess some people know my sign from last week. And hello, East Coast. I know Danny's out there on the West Coast. Decatur, Illinois. Yeah, because he's in Oregon. Dillon, South Carolina. Marshall's back. And Flying Brian's here again for Top 5 Tuesday. Indiana. Oh, and great looking shirt that I'm wearing. Thank you so much. Yeah, I get the polos made for myself. And I actually do these with Melanie. She's with Jones Racing, but she also has an embroidery company, and she does an amazing, amazing job. So here we go. Brad's here in Brantley. And yeah, I love race cars. That's great. Love this. And oh my gosh, there are so many people here today. And I just want to see if there's any other questions, anything. Oh, Brad said the dyno, he really liked the dyno video. You got some good information from that. That's great. In fact, I want to actually tell you guys a little something too. So in that video, you'll notice that like my face is just not in focus. And so I got back, I shot all this video, and these are just those things that happen, that idea that you have to make like a perfect video. And the thought was, do I need to reshoot it, or what do I need to do? And I was just like, the information is good, so I'm just going to roll with it. And that's why I didn't mean for my face to be fuzzy. I wasn't trying to go all like Barbara Walters. Actually, that most people aren't going to get that reference, but she's always fuzzy because then the wrinkles go away. But anyway, the idea is you just got to get it out there. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And you just want to do your best, do the best with what you got sometimes, and just make it work. And that's pretty much my philosophy. And it's a philosophy that's worked really well for me. And that, the done is better than perfect. And it doesn't mean be half-assed about it. It just means do your best. But if you wait for it to be perfect, that video could help somebody today. And I have a choice. When can I shoot that again? 2 months, 3 months from now? But if I can help somebody today with it, then today is the day it needs to go out there. And that's what's important to me. And in speaking of, actually, I do have another announcement. I can't believe I didn't write this down. And you're going to hear a lot more about this in the future. I actually had a big day yesterday. It's been a goal of mine since like November, December that I wanted, well, even before then, but I really started buying equipment back in December. And that would be to have a podcast. I feel like I love video. You guys know I love video, but video needs to be like 3 to 10 minutes at max. I mean, and we're kind of having a conversation here on Facebook, which is a little bit different, but any of my product videos, you know, it isn't long form. And I just feel like there are so many amazing stories in racing. And a lot of times we don't hear those, you know, the ones from the people who run the companies. And I feel like those stories aren't told. And so I really wanted a podcast, and it's called the Racing Insiders Podcast. And you can look it up today. It's CrateInsiderspodcast.com. And there are 3 episodes. I just put them up yesterday. It's live on SoundCloud, Spotify, and on Stitcher. I'm waiting for the iTunes approval. When the iTunes approval comes through, I'll have a big announcement so that people can download it to iTunes. Just want to let you know that. But the first 3 episodes are up. One's an intro, one's an interview with Wesley Outland, who came in to help me with producing the podcast because I didn't know about audio. And then the 3rd interview is with me. And so if you want to hear my story of how I became the girl who sells race car parts, then there's, you know, if you've got some free time or a long ride, because this is not short form, you guys. And podcasts are going to be as long as they need, you know, just however long the conversation is interesting. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer to tell a story. And so anyway, I really hope you enjoy that. So check out RacingInsidersPodcast.com. I will have it linked to Crate Insider here soon. But you're kind of getting your own, like, you're the core right here. You guys are really inner circle. So I'm letting you know before I'm letting anybody else in the world know about it. So there we go. All right. So with that, actually, do we have any podcast listeners here? I'd love to know if you guys listen to podcasts. Oh my gosh, I got Wyoming here and more Oregon. Hello from the frozen tundra of Iowa. I have seen some horrific pictures. And in fact, I actually do have, I do have a thought on that because it's not raining here today, which is like amazing because I think it rains all the time. I actually got to wear sunglasses today. And if you're wondering what sunglasses I wear, these are my True Form sunglasses. I love these, and so that's why I actually sell them. They're on the website under the apparel section or fun stuff. I think it's under fun stuff under apparel. All right, so I will stop and move forward here with our top 5 Tuesday items, and these are for February 2019. In the number 5 spot this week, and none of these are going to surprise you guys. So if anybody wants to guess what the top 5 products are, you're welcome to drop them in the comments. But our matched sets of 602 valve springs. A lot of guys are changing out their valve springs this time of year, you know, trying to get ready for those first practices, those first races. And the 602 matched valve springs, these are genuine GM valve springs. We just go through thousands of these, thousands of them, and we rate them and we get rid of the bad ones and then we repackage them. So you have 1 bag for intake and 1 bag for exhaust. And these run $99.75 for a set of matched valve springs, and that's in the number 5 spot. All right, so next up in the number 4 spot, we have seen this product pop up. I think it was even the top product or 1 or 2 for the last 3 weeks here is Daylube. So in the number 4 spot is Daylube, and you can get Daylube in 3 different ways. You can buy it in a syringe. This is a 1-ounce syringe. So this allows you to do some precision greasing, like especially of bearings. Otherwise, you can get it as a tube or as a jar. And these are 16 ounces. So the 1-ounce syringe runs $16.99. Or the 16-ounce versions, whether you get a tube or a jar, these runs $45.79. So that is Daylube in the number 4 spot. All right, next up in the number 3 spot this week is our Walker air filter. We love these air filters, and this is the one size that we sell. So the 4-inch, it really refers to the Element. It is a lot taller than that. It's about 4.5 or 5 inches. I know I've measured it on the show before, and I just can't remember. But we love these. We love the urethane that's on the top. It really creates a nice, strong seal with air filter bases and tops, so you can really seal it off, and that way you're not getting dust and debris and dirt into your engine, you know, which of course is incredibly important. And of course, we want airflow. So the Walker air filter, these run $99, and that's in the number 3 spot. All right. Next up, in the number 2 spot, Whew, I've been going through these like crazy, and that would be our sets of NGK spark plugs. Now, there's a lot of options for spark plugs out there, and you'll see if you refer back to the 604 recommendations from Hendron Racing Engines, they listed like 3 different options for spark plugs that they found to be the most effective, and I just carry one of them. So I carry the NGK R5724-8s. It's the one spark plug that I sell. We have customers doing well with them. A lot of times I get the question, well, what if I'm running E85 or I'm running, oxygenated fuel or pump gas? We've just found as far as overall, they're a great spark plug despite which kind of fuel that you run. And then I think we've got, I'll have to double check the listing. A lot of times I've gotten the question on how do you gap them, and those, you'll find that in those 604 recommendations as well as the gapping instructions or how much you need to gap them. So NGK R5724-8 spark plugs in the number 2 spot for February, and they run $22.32 for a set of 8. All right, so that brings us to the top spot this week. All right, I'm sure you guys probably know what it is. And it is, I don't even know. I've already banned this from Top 5 Tuesday Weekly because everybody got tired of seeing it. But this would be our air filter base, our Crate Insider flat air filter base. Still, right now, it is the most popular product in our store. We're very proud to carry this. We have, customers who are doing incredibly well, and, always positive feedback on this. And we do sell it with the seal. I don't have this one. I don't have the seal on it, but it comes with the seal. It's aluminum, and it just works great. So the Crate Insider air filter base runs $99.50. And that's in the number 1 spot this week. So I'm going to take a look again at the comments, and I need to bring up my random number generator here and find out what we have so we can pick a winner. Okay, so, and if you can imagine, since I was changing my sign at 1:59, it also means that I did not have random number generator up. These things do happen. Okay, so I am punching in a number. I do have Alex helping me out in the studio today, and I'm going to get his help. Okay, and now we're gonna pick that, and then I'll take a look at some comments and see if I can respond with some of that. So while he's working on that, I'm gonna take a look. So let's see, really could use pulley set. Yeah, it's a great set. And really what I love about these front drives, whether it's KRC or Jones, that they both are really reasonably priced. So I think that's fantastic. All right, we have a winner for our KRC hat, and that would be Ty Sutton. So Ty, you just won the KRC hat. If you would, just please send me a private message with your address, and I will get this sent out to you. So that is our first winner, and we're still working on finding our winner for our sign contest here. And let's see, I'm going to see if there's any other questions in the feed. Let's say, and I see it ordering filters soon. And yeah, I know Rusty's looking forward to the 2-barrel base. I tell you, I swear I'm still working on that. I'm trying to do some, well, it's not me, but coordinating the efforts in order to try to make sure that that can happen. And Marshall says he got one of those bases, and it's nice and he likes it. And great. And we're about to have a winner here is Anthony Cummings. So Anthony, you win the Hendron Racing Engines shirt right here. All you need to do, if you would, please send me a private message with your address and also with your shirt size, because I have these in multiple sizes. And that is all that I have this week for Top 5 Tuesday for February 26th. 2019. I thank each and every one of you for watching. Thank you for being here, and I will look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at 2 o'clock for Top 5 Tuesday.